Tom's back at the watch store. I feel like I'm describing a Garfield type cartoon where Tom's at the watch store again, and you won't believe the antics he gets into this time.
It's actually, hold on, I'll wait until we get to it. But one of these videos, I'm like, why would you be doing this?
Yeah, it's just a completely humorless. This is what Craig is accusing Bill Burr of, but there's value even if you disagree. There's value in what Bill Burr is doing because you can be like, I don't agree with this point. I don't know who this is for. Just a video of Tom Segura looking at watches and seemingly complaining about them. He's never quite satisfied with his watches.
Yeah, and even with the Bill Burr thing, I'm not saying that's not for anyone. I just
that's for someone out there.
It's for someone. And it used to, like, his point I never agreed with, but he would always make me laugh in the process, and now it's just too stone face.
Well, buckle up for some laughs because Tom's looking at timepieces.
Watches. Talk to me.
I came with a theme today.
Yes.
So I feel like you could go, hey, here's like the most expensive stuff I've bought, and you just go, these are the best watches. But I decided against doing that.
Yes.
The music the whole time
to show
sucks.
you that's just.
Can I tell you something?
So the
I think it needs the music because
Oh.
it gives any sense of purpose. Without the music, it's just Tom being like, "Oof, it's a nice watch." With the music, you're listening to something. Thank God. And we don't have as many clips as I'd like because God bless this host, Nico, the watch guy. He does most of the talking, and he actually tries to make it interesting, even though I don't give a fuck about watches. But like he talks about the history of certain things. He's trying to make it entertaining. Where Tom is just like, I don't like blue.
See, this is a perfect kind of similar to Bill Burr. Obviously, the subject matter is not as serious, but I would watch this if Segura was being funny about it
or doing anything, being interesting.
Exactly, Mike.
That's my. Maybe I say that too much. Where I'm like, he's a comedian, he should be being funny. That's not necessarily true. Look at Joe Rogan, but Rogan's episodes are interesting, or there's an attempt to be interesting. Well, play this from the top. I want to hear exactly what Tom Segura is doing here, where he's like, you know what I thought would be really fun?
To have a theme.
I brought a theme. Ooh, Watch Day has a theme. Let's hear what it is.
He's got all his watches in a bulletproof case too.
Yes. Yeah, it's very important.
Watches. Talk to me.
I came with a theme today.
Yes.
So I feel like you could go, hey, here's like the most expensive stuff I've bought, and you just go, these are the best watches. But I decided against doing that.
Yes.
I brought one to show you it was my start in collecting. So the first watch I ever bought that was nice. And then I brought watches that I feel like if you collect watches, there becomes a point where you inevitably stop wearing certain watches.
Yes.
And so then the question becomes like, why did you stop wearing certain watches? And for me, I feel like the ones that I brought are because I don't like the straps. And I feel like there's such a thing of like, we all talk, everybody notices a dial. Everybody talks about movements. But you can get into like the idea of like a strap that no longer catches your eye. You go, I'm just not wearing that anymore. And then it just sits there. So I'm going to take these watches to get new straps soon.
Yeah.
But they're still, I'll show you what I mean. Maybe we'll see what you think. So
I'll tell you, I hate, it really burns me up inside that all these people, anytime I throw something on YouTube or Netflix or whatever, all these people are talking about the dials for watches. And I'm like, when are the straps going to get their day in the sun? What is this, a conspiracy against straps? Is Big Timepiece trying to silence the strap industry?
I'm surprised that it doesn't have a fancier word than strap.
It's funny to me. That's a good point because you have timepiece is so highfalutin that you'd think strap would sort of denigrate the entire process.
That's what I mean.
But like, I refuse to believe that if Tom watched early, even being a watch guy, if someone came into your mom's house one day and said, hey, we got to watch comedian X, your friend, whoever, pick a name, one of your buddies, he's at the watch store and he's making content. And it's this. It's a guy being like, you know what's crazy to me is, and as we all know, and the worst day in a watch collector's life is when they stop wearing a once prized watch. You know, that's really tough to. It's tough to see. It's like having to put a dog down.
Next, we get more into these straps here.
Oh, good. Tom is very into the straps.
Yes, he is.
Your dad?
He got out of the hospital. He basically got like a second lease on life, and I got this one. Now here's what that's like the emotional part of the story, but the whole theme that I was coming with today is that I basically discovered that I don't like black alligator straps.
He has to get back to this thing. He's like, yeah. My dad died, and I ripped his watch off his corpse. But the interesting part is that I don't care for the black straps. Now, how can you help me with that?
So this is exactly the part of this that I was like, why are you doing this? As you said, he took this watch off his dad's corpse.
Right.
He's like, I gotta get rid of it.
And there's the story. Like, there's the interesting thing is like him and his dad bonded over watches. I mean, it's barely interesting even as I say it. I realize I'm sort of lying. But like, there's the story. And he's like, hey, let's get back to my theme. Let's not veer off too far. My theme is the straps today and the different colors of which they come in.
Whoa. Alligator straps? Gotta go.
As if I'd be caught in an alligator strap, like some asshole.
I need like a late 90s rom-com with him and watches.
Well, he kind of laughs like, I hate it, black. Like, am I right, people, about the black alligator straps?
That's exactly how he was reacting. He's like, isn't this just the worst?
As if they're like, Tom's saying it and I'm thinking it. How does he do that?
Just go like, I don't want to wear any watch.
What is your most favorite color?
My most favorite color is probably blue.
My most favorite color. Ooh, let's take a look at the color wheel. My most favoritist is blue. I love blue.
My favorite class in school is gym.
Like, this is the issue that Tom's audience came to love. Tom was the guy that would make fun of someone, a comedian or whoever, that would go on a show and go, my most favorite color is blue. Like, Tom was the guy that would make fun of that. That's what people are calling out. And like, if there are people that are mad, Tom has made this assertion. I don't really believe it. But if there are people that are just mad that Tom is rich now, that's silly. That's ridiculous. He's done very well for himself. He's successful. Good for him. Keep cashing all the checks, baby. Ride it as long as you can. I don't care that he's rich. It's that he would like do this and think it's good content. That's what's baffling to a lot of people.
And again, we have to make a disclaimer. This is not a video he put out.
No, he's on someone else's show.
Yeah, which makes it a little less terrible, but still not great.
I suppose, but like they start at the beginning where like Tom shouted this guy out on someone else's show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like it's always been his dream to get on this show.
Yeah, it'd be like if Segura going on this without jokes would be like, I don't know, Burr going
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
Burr going on with Fallon and not making anyone laugh, you know?
All right.
I also don't like not just I like black, but I don't like these. I like the suede straps, the Alcantara straps, like some leather, but not this finish of leather.
Do you like a cotton like material type?
Yeah, and I have other like fabric straps that I really like too.
Yeah.
But I find that I won't wear something with the strap.
No?
I just won't wear it. No.
That's just
It's gonna be tough.
You want to name?
Yeah, what's he gonna do with all that money in his cabinet?
That's gonna be tough. You imagine waking up and you're just like, I just can't do it. I can't put on the alligator strap.
He opens that drawer with all his watches and he looks at one and he's like, not today.
Curse these problems that I deal with.
Hey, but he came with a theme.
He certainly did.
Let's shuffle now.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you want to have something cool? We're going to do that today.
Really? Today?
We're going to do that today.
Oh, wow, you're gonna do it for free? Wow, thanks.
Oh, well, that we get to that. But he's like, hey, Tom, we're going to look at watches. And Tom goes, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Sick.
Who would have thought that's what we'd be doing on this show? But like, you get what I'm saying, where like, we watched Santino and Bobby Lee on that sneakers show, and they like tried to make a bit out of it or something. But I'm not even saying you have to do that. Like, if you come with a lot of watch knowledge, then I'll say like, hey, maybe it's just not for me. It's for watch people. He's like, I like the blue ones. Oh, very good, Tom.
People are in the chat are saying it's called a band, not a strap. But I don't think either word sounds very.
Oh, I like band way better.
Yeah,
these two fucking street monsters, calling them straps.
Well, that must be what's so fetch right now is straps.
Maybe he's relating to the common man by calling them straps.
Yeah, exactly. Next we have his first love.
Well, this is good. We get to hear about his early reign in watches.
This was a celebration of a tour being completed. And again, I think it's a cool. I don't like the strap.
No? Well, we'll change that as well.
Damn it!
We're really into watches.
We'll change
this man is plagued by this curse.
You know this thing that has all the sentimental value that was my dead dad's watch? Please switch the whole thing.
But it's also like, so the three of the watches he brought, it's like, I mean, these are really sentimental and have an interesting story behind them. This was on my dad's wrist as he passed away. This I bought for myself when my first son was born. And this one I got when I finished my tour. So just on a day where you didn't have as much work to do as previous days.
You know, I saw my dad dying. I thought to myself, man, he looks terrible.
This is exactly like when I'm in Toledo and I think I get to go home after this.
I mean, I can remember just, I think being a kid and being like, oh, that's like the idea of like, the guy looks like a proper gentleman, right? Like it looks cool.
Oh,
like
God.
something
This
about
is a
it,
gentleman's watch.
like a gentleman's watch. And I think
He's looking at Mr. Peanut.
That is the most unfunny, disgusting thing I've ever heard. Oh, this guy looks like a gentleman.
That's a proper gentleman. That's what I aspire to. And what I did to achieve that goal was talk about being fat and how much I like croissants on stage.
No wonder why they bombed at the Brady roast.
Yeah. I wanted to be a proper gentleman so badly that I talked about how I wipe my cum on the hotel room curtains. And it popped on Netflix.
It's funny because, you know, everybody, whether you're like not impressed or whatever about Rolex, it still is like your introduction to the watch world.
Always.
And I remember seeing people when I was like a 8th grader, 9th grader, with the sub, like the classic sub, and just being like, oh, I thought that watch was just like stunning. You know, I was like, oh, I want to get one of those. It
really was.
I was drawn to it at that. The black and oyster.
The bezel, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And so that, I don't know, I think that was like lust. I just was like, I want that.
He called it lust. He was lusting after this watch.
Tom.
And I like the idea. He's like, listen, we can all stare down our nose at Rolex, but it's what gets you into the watch game. Like, as if we're all like, Rolex is dog shit, right, Tom? And he's like, hey, enough of that. I won't let them be besmirched.
JB50, $10. The strap is literally the easiest part to change on a watch. It takes 2 minutes.
Well, good, because he's doing it. He's throwing these straps in the trash.
He's doing it for him. No, don't worry. We'll do it for you.
I hate my straps. I wish they could all be blue. My favorite color.
I want to look like a gentleman.
He's a 50-year-old man with a favorite color. 45. I think he's younger than that. But.
I want to look like James Bond. Next, we have Journey.
Oh, well, you guys, guys at home, think of your watch journey and see how that compares to Tom's.
Here's the thing. I've found that I've sought after certain pieces. And it's like, what you remember.
Yeah, listen to how he's talking.
Unbelievable.
This is crazy.
Well, how come he's not resonating with the common man? I don't fucking know.
These pieces have been sought after for some time.
Journey to getting, and you're like, I got it. But what sticks with you more is an event something happening, and you go and you get the piece. Then like I know this was the tour.
trophy.
I know it. Like I look at it, I go, oh yeah, that's when I ended that tour. I know this is Ellis being born. I know this is my dad. My dad. Where is it? Here, my dad. Like
Okay, hold on, I didn't even catch this when I cut it. He's like, look, I can just look at the watch and know when it's from. And he's like, where the fuck is this?
Damn it. Which one is it? Which one did the old bastard croaking?
He pointed to the wrong one first.
know those. This I actually know. This was I ended up getting into Pateks a while ago, but this was the first one I got. Excuse me, that's the first one they allowed me to get.
I don't get that.
Well, that was a shot at the watch business. You know, it's a little too snobby for Tom.
They allowed him. They only allow certain people to wear their watches.
And look, like Seinfeld, when Seinfeld talks about cars, that's not an appeal to the common man, but it's something that the common man might find interesting, you know? And then he sprinkles in to ask fucking Eddie Murphy about getting recognized in the 80s, you know?
It's almost an interesting and sometimes funny watch.
Right, exactly. And here's the thing. I'm not totally like, oh, if you talk about watches, you're an asshole. Because this guy, Nico, was trying to make it as interesting as possible. And Tom was like, let's pull back for a second. I got to change the strap on this fucker. Because if you think I'm going to be caught dead in black alligator, you got another thing coming, my friend.
Nico, let's talk primary colors. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that should be the show. Tom spins the color wheel every day, and he has to be caught dead in that color watch strap.
Ooh.
Red, I won't do it. I just won't leave the house. Yeah, so that's what Tommy's been up to. A shout out to whoever sent me that. I apologize, sir. I forget. Oh, Chad's missing upper lip, I believe, sent that to me and said he's at it again. The maestro is at it again.
Go to blindmike.net for everything Blind Mike. Look at me. I did it. Kragers did it.